this contest is going for is for the WWE Championship.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Welcome to another edition of Around the Turnbuckle. My name's the Big Albowski. That guy right there is your boy, Professor Keith. And we are joined today for the 3WA pre-show for tonight's big event down in Quakertown by the legend himself, the legendary Dino Sanna, and JT Cage. Gentlemen, how are we today?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, until it begins.
No. The last time we did this, first of all, I am one of the hosts of this pre-show. Dino is on my show. Okay, number one. Number two, the legend, and just JT Cage, not the ruiner at all, not the 3WA franchise of this company, not the 3WA hardcore champion, not nothing. You still don't have my picture up there. I'm telling you guys both suck. Where's my black and white picture? You do the intro again, or I'm leaving.
And you didn't mention the original hat guy.
Not at all.
Manager extraordinaire.
Extraordinary, all right. How you doing, Dino?
I'm doing fine. It's crazy to hear this guy's talking.
That is the way it is, you know. I'm used to it. It's bad enough with Cage, but then we get the hat guy in there too. It's just
original hat guy. Say it right.
The original hat guy. I apologize, Professor. How we doing today?
Well, I'm doing okay, all things considered. So many combustible elements on this show.
No,
yeah, you know what? And I love these
pre-shows. You're already making things difficult for me. You know what I mean? I come on this show, set some time out of my rigorous training, because in a few hours I got to destroy the past, and then you want to not even put my picture as one of the co-hosts for this show that I've been doing how many months in advance. Then you're going to sit there and disrespect me and just call me JT Cage. Just JT Cage. The legendary Dino's here, but JT Cage in this bottom left somewhere. And
what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Chili Bowl champion up there behind your head?
You can add some accolades. I'm the Chili Bowl champion 2022,
right, baby. Beat out 16 other contestants to get that.
I'm so sick of it.
Hey, JT Cage, let me ask you something. You think you have it all figured out for tonight? You feel confident?
Yeah, I'm really confident in my ability. See, Brickhouse was over there posting memes and posting pictures of me with sheep and stuff. I don't even know what it's supposed to mean. I'm over here training, studying tape, and all that. The original family is ready to do business and business.
You know, let me say something. I know that your manager, the hat guy, knows what I'm going to say now. I don't think you want to do that. He knows Shane Douglas way better than you do it. And you're going to be on the ring with Shane Douglas tonight. And he's going to kick your ass. And your manager knows that.
My
Wait a
man,
minute.
well, go ahead.
What do you mean? His manager knows that. I got JT Cage in the best shape of his life. He's been working. In fact, the whole original family has been working out vigorously since last month to prepare for tonight.
Hi, guy. You know what Shane Douglas is capable of doing. Okay?
Shane Douglas doesn't know what I'm
doing. You've seen him on ECW, and you see what he can do to guys like your boy JT Cage. So all I can say is be prepared, save your breath, save your energy, because you're going to need it tonight, pal.
Well, let me tell you something about Shane Douglas. I used to admire Shane Douglas. When he threw that NWA title to the ground and considered the ECW title the only title, that took balls to do something like that. Right. Yes, it did. And and like I said in a previous interview, I patterned my life behind that. But over the years, Shane Douglas, he got soft. He started listening to the fans. Oh, and the fans. You know what? The fans are the biggest detriment in professional wrestling. This man doesn't listen to the fans. He listens to me, and he listens to his own mind. And this man will be capable of beating Shane Douglas tonight. Him and Malcolm King.
Hey,
Roadblock.
I remember a few years back when Shane Douglas and Dominic DeNucci, rest his soul, they came after you in Kimberton, Pennsylvania. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I won't ever forget.
So, you won't ever forget. You don't want to forget because you don't want that to happen again tonight with you and your boy.
Whoa. See, that's not happening tonight. See, the original Hat Guy has been preparing me for this match. He told me every single secret about Shane Douglas. Not that he even really need to, because I patterned my whole career around how Shane Douglas was. That's why I keep telling people Shane Douglas is supposed to be the franchise, but there's a new franchise board. And just like you said about the NWA title, I don't need someone from the past to pass the torch to me. I'll take that damn torch as the franchise of 3WA and burn the whole damn thing to the ground. And he's just lucky. He's just lucky this isn't Hardcore Rules. He's lucky it's a regular match, because if it was Hardcore Rules, then you'd be saying goodbye to the franchise.
All I can say to you guys is 3WA wrestling fans will see some kind of event tonight that I've never seen before. So many title match, so many matches. Your match at the end, because I believe I might keep you guys for main event. And whole hell is going to break loose. And you know it, and I know it, and you guys know, Alan and Professor, you guys know it. Something's going to happen tonight.
Without a doubt. Every 3WA show I've ever been to, something happens. And you always got something up your sleeve there, Dino. But I enjoy every show you guys put on. And I tell you what, this is going to be no disrespect to Cage and no disrespect to the original Hat Guy, but they're in for the fight of their lives, and I can't wait to be ringside to watch it happen.
Absolutely.
There is one good thing on your match, JT Cage. And I have to say that. You're lucky you have a big guy on your side tonight to help you out.
The biggest big man in the business.
Malcolm King. You're lucky to have him on your side, so he can kind of try to keep you alive, because the match of your lifetime. No. Listen. It's a reality. Tonight is going to be a match of your lifetime. You're facing someone who knows all kind of hardcore match. So that's all I'm saying. People in 3WA, from the small one to the big one, and knows it, that Shane Douglas is capable of any kind of hardcore that you want to throw at him.
So wait, so what are you saying? I understand.
4 of you on the ring.
Wait,
Are you saying this is a hardcore match?
Say what?
Are you saying this is a hardcore match?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, see, here we go.
Hardcore tornado tag. I'd be down for that.
2 seconds after we get out there, you're going to announce it's a hardcore match and surprise us at the last second. I know how you work, Dino Sanna. I've been around you almost 20 years.
Oh, more than 20 years, thank God. But you know what? That's one of the privilege that I get, to make a decision at the last minute if I need to. So we'll see what happens. All I know is our fans will be very extraordinarily happy, and they're going to see a hell of an event tonight. Not just your match, but every other match.
Can't wait. I got a comment here by Michelle. Easy for you to talk big to Shane Douglas. Say it in the ring. Can't wait to see him put you in your place. Also, pay me. This is your kid.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That kid is not mine, number one. Okay? And number two, to address the other part about this, him putting me in my place. See, the advantage I have over Shane Douglas is that I know almost everything about him. I've studied the man's career. but he don't know a damn thing about me. So let me introduce myself, Shane, if you're listening. Hello. My name is the ruler of it all, JT Cage, and I am the franchise of the 3WA. And you don't know a goddamn thing about me, but I know everything about you. And if Dino Sanna to my right over there with his dumb-looking face does make this a hardcore match, just know I am 10 months strong, the 3WA hardcore champion, and I will use every ounce of everything I know to destroy you.
Now you made him walk away. You satisfied, Dino Sanna?
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll take his pills and he'll come back.
Ringer.
Hey, hi guy. I'm not taking anything away from JT. I know he's a good champion. I know he wrestles so many matches, and I know he's a good fighter. All I'm saying is, have him save his energy for tonight. Don't let him scream like that, because he's gonna need all the energy tonight.
All you have to do is open up your mouth and it gets him upset.
I'm back. You know what? I overheard what you said. You know, you're right. You're right. I'm not.
Hey, JT Cage, you missed something. I say something good about you, and you left.
Yeah.
And isn't that always the way?
Dina says, "I'll bring the tissues."
Yeah, Alan, could you do me a favor on a technical note? I have some folks that want to comment and they're not sure how to do it. Could you remind everybody how commenting works?
Absolutely. So if you're watching us on either my Facebook page or Keith's Facebook page, you will not be able to comment. You need to watch it on either our YouTube channel, which is 2M1L Media, or go to 2M1L Media's Facebook page and you'll be able to comment either way.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Okay. So we got people wanting to comment, but before we get into those comments, let's check out the card.
Let's indeed do that.
Yeah, let's get started because I want everybody's comments on everybody in the room's comments on each match, and we'll talk about the main event at the end. But let me get this all set up here with the card, the actual card itself. And here we go. So tonight, 3WA presents Franchise Saturday, March the 26th at the Q Mart. As Dino Sanna mentioned pre-show, they're darn near sold out. So if you do want to attend, get there early. General admission's $20 tonight. Get there. And even if you do have tickets, I urge you to get there early, as does President Sanna. Our first match on the docket, boys, is Merrick, Miami versus Flash Carter. Dino, what do you think of this match?
Well, we all know Merrick, Miami, and we know his ability, and he's a real pro. But this young man, Flash Carter, is someone to really pay attention, because I think Flash Carter is really mature himself and kind of becoming a tomorrow superstar, and I would kind of pay a lot of attention to him tonight, because I think we're going to see something different on him. I expect Merrick Miami to be very cocky, as he always is, but I think Flash Carter really is going to give him some workout tonight.
Mr. Cage, what do you think of this matchup?
Well, one thing I like to see, and you guys know from other times I've done this pre-show, is when a wrestler shows fire behind them, much like I just did a little bit ago, but we ain't gonna go there. But I've seen them both say some things on Facebook. Merrick Miami basically taking this lightly, and then I've seen Flash Carter do a video where he's doing pull-ups or something, and I've seen a focus in him I've never seen before. He's always this close to getting a victory, and he's had some victories. So Merrick Miami better not take it lightly. Like some people say, like, don't take Flash Carter lightly. Yeah, you might have beaten him in the past in like a triple threat or whatever, but now you're going one-on-one with Flash Carter. Don't take anybody lightly. Flash Carter, he looks like he's ready to go.
Hawkeye, your thoughts?
You're right. I believe Flash Carter is an up-and-coming star. This will probably be his toughest test to date, I would think. Merrick Miami, he's a former champion, a former 3WA Extreme title holder. So he definitely knows what to do in that ring. And but he, like you guys said, Just don't take it lightly. And I'm hoping for the upset. I hope Flash Carter wins this.
Oh no, I gotta disagree. Miami's still gonna win. I mean, he can have fire and stuff, but it's Merrick Miami.
I don't know. I saw the previews on 3WA Spotlight. I saw the promos that they did, and man, Flash Carter looks more ready for this match than any match he's ever been in 3WA. So, Keith, your comments before we move on to the next match.
Well, I mean, I tend to agree with the room here. I think Flash Carter has all the ability in the world. He gets better and better every time he's in there. He gets a little more experienced every time he's in here. I honestly kind of smell upset. I think Flash is incredibly focused, and I think Miami, once again, is looking past Flash Carter. He's looking at the next thing. He's in a headspace right now of, I'm not being respected. I'm not getting the kind of opponents I should get. He's questioning, Dino's judgment as the president of 3WA. And look, when you start looking past people, that's when you're cruising for a big downfall. Merrick Miami better have his head in the game tonight, because if he doesn't, he could be looking at the lights.
All right, it's going to be interesting to find out what happens, and we can't wait to see that matchup. It's going to be an excellent. I'm sure they're going to put on a heck of a show, those two.
Before you move on,
yes,
stop posting those stupid comments and blocking me and Hat in this video. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be consequences. I don't care.
Unfortunately, I don't have any. Unfortunately,
move yourself to the bottom and move us to the top like we should be. Why we got to be at the bottom of this column?
Unfortunately, I have no control over that, so I apologize ahead of time.
Oh,
I am not doing that. My head's cut off by the thing up top, so I can't really help you there. But anyway, let's move on. We have the ladies in action. Autumn Breeze. And I know it angers Cage to see ladies on the card, President Sanna, but
especially if it's Autumn Breeze.
Right? Well, yeah.
I knew that was coming.
No love lost there. Riley Crow versus Autumn Breeze. Big match for these two ladies trying to climb the ranks in the women's division. Dino, how do you see this match playing out?
Well, Autumn Breeze, she's been around for a while. She's been wrestling all over the place. But I won't take anything away from Riley. I don't know how many of you know. I'm sure the hot guy knows it. When Riley first started into the wrestling, I believe her first match, I believe I'm correct, that she did her first match in the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. And after a few matches, after a few months, she did become the champion. So Riley is well-known wrestler. She's capable of taking on the best, and she's capable of beating the best. So you're talking about upset. I believe that Riley could take a win tonight. And either way, it won't be long from now until we're going to have a lady championship match. So whoever wins tonight might be in line to get the title shot.
A lot at stake then. I know Cage is a little biased on this one, but I'm going to ask him anyway. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this match?
I've been biting my tongue about this match. I hope Riley Crow beats the piss out of Autumn Breeze for what she did to me and Hat. Are you kidding me, Dino? Are you kidding me? I was in that ring, mind my business, expressing my discontent that people would have talked about me on the internet like they're probably doing right now, and this chick wants to come out, smack me in the face for no reason, smacks me in the face, hits him in the balls, and I'm supposed to cheer for her? I'm supposed to give some good commentary? No. And then yesterday on Facebook, she posted something about she's going to walk through Riley Crow and try to get the women's title, and if I get in her way, no, toots. I ain't trying to be in your way. You just stay out of mine unless you want to taste the mat again.
Hey, JP, you can have your damn opinion, and that's fine for me. But don't try to interfere with my opinion. Okay, pal?
I'm not interfering. Nothing. You tell her to get back to the kitchen.
I told you before, don't get upset. Get ready for tonight. And Riley, I'm telling you, she is one of the best in the business. And I know. I seen that girl grown up into the wrestling from the first time she stepped into the ring, and now I see so many matches, and she's got a future. I know she does.
Wayne says JT, the Roadblock, and Shane Douglas will defeat you guys tonight.
Yeah, what you can do is go to bed and feel defeated when we win.
Keith, you have not commented on this match.
I have not. I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's a potential show stealer. Riley Crow has been nothing but impressive since she's come back to the 3WA. Big wins over game opponents. Autumn Breeze as well has made a definite impact, a definite statement. Right, JT? Right, Hat? You know about that, right?
You know what?
Yes, you do.
You know what? Dino, I'm going to tell you this. You make sure that chick Autumn Breeze minds her business tonight. I got other stuff to worry about. I got other things to focus on. I don't got time to be dealing with these chicks who should be in the kitchen making sandwiches. So you tell her to mind her business.
Hey, Autumn Breeze.
You see, JT, by you saying what you just say, you invite her to kick your ass.
Hey, Dino. Now
She's probably watching.
Yeah.
She's probably watching. My apologies. The comments of JT Cage do not reflect the opinions of Around the Turnbuckle.
In no way.
I just have one thing to say.
Go ahead, Hawkeye.
As the patriarch of the original family, this is directed straight to you, Autumn Breeze. Stay out of original family business. If you know what's good for you.
I think she's watching.
And I hope Riley Crow kicks your ass.
I'm pretty sure that Autumn Breeze is watching. She is a future guest on our show in the next couple of months.
Stay out of our business, please. It's for your own good.
What's up, Big Matt? Good to see you. Good to see you, Matt.
No, it's not. Go to bed. Move.
That's a friend of ours.
I don't care.
I understand that.
You guys have a friend?
Yeah, we have a few. Yeah. All right.
Move her out of here. Get her out.
Moving on. The former 3WA Tag Team Champions, and I stress the word former, Dog Nation, taking on the #1 contenders for those titles, Theo Ivory and Wyndham James Winthorpe III. Interesting matchup there for you guys to talk about. Let's start off with President Dino Sanna.
Well, I don't know what to say about this match. You have the champions that we all know what they're capable of, and you can't take nothing away from this young guys. They know in and out what to do in this wrestling ring. But then again, now they're going to face Wyndham James Winthorpe III, who knows every little trick into the business.
Former heavyweight champion.
And then you got a Theo Ivory, who was very hungry to get a title on his belt. So I would kind of pay a lot of attention to the tag team of Theo Ivory and Wyndham James Winthorpe, because I think the best is yet to come for those guys. I think that Dog Nation better not feel overconfident again and again and again, and just stay put and do their job, because this is going to be a hard match for them. That's what I feel.
Well, they're coming off of a title loss. Yeah. So, I mean, to pull this one off, if they somehow pull this one off, it kind of makes them rebuilds their confidence, I think, a little bit against these two guys, because these two guys won a triple threat tag match to be #1 contenders, and these guys are the former champions. So the winner here is going to have a huge confidence boost no matter what. Either Theo Ivory and Wyndham James Winthorpe III are going to have, say, yeah, we deserve a shot at Tony Cheney and Suicide Myers, or Dog Nation's going to, get back up off the ground where they are right now after losing last month.
Yeah.
JT Cage.
No,
how do you feel about this match?
You said President Dino Sanna, like, please, the ruler of it all, the franchise, one of those, and then I'll give my opinion. Come on, Alan.
3WA Hardcore Champion JT Cage.
That's right. Now, I agree with what you said about Dog Nation. Those coming off that title loss, and maybe that wakes something up in them. honestly, I don't have experience in that because I never lost the title yet and may never will. But I imagine it will do something to your psyche. Now, you got Theo Ivory and Wyndham. Wyndham, former heavyweight champion. I've been in the ring with him a couple of times. Theo Ivory up and coming. And so they're hungry. They want to get back. Wyndham, I'm sure, especially wants to get back on top. The Dog Nation want to get them titles back. I think that's going to be one of the matches of the night, to be honest. And as far as picking a winner, I'm not going to pick one because I think they're going to beat the hell out of each other, and I don't. It's too close to call for me. How you can? I don't know.
You know, I was thinking the same thing in my mind. I mean, Dog Nation, they're young guys, and they had a taste of gold, and they're great athletes in the ring. They infuriate the fans, which I love so much. But hey, so does the Wyndham, so does Ivory. So yeah, that's a tough match to call. I mean, Wyndham, you have a lot of experience in Wyndham, being a former world champion, and Theo Ivory, hey, he's no slouch. It's going to be a tough match. It's hard. I'm going to give the edge though to Wyndham and Theo Ivory. I mean, not by much though.
Right.
That is the Dog Nation. They're a hungry young tag team, and hey, they can compete. As far as I'm concerned, with a few more years' experience, they can go on to bigger and better things.
Now, I got a question, Dino. What is up with this Tea Time? We Want Wrestling Tea Time Championship. Does he have to defend that or what? Like, what is that?
What was your
Theo Ivory's Tea Time Championship. Can I compete for it?
What was your question? I couldn't hear it.
Theo Ivory walks around saying he's the Tea Time Champion, and he has this belt, this British-looking belt. What is up? Is that a sanctioned belt in 3WA? Can I compete for it? Can I like beat him for it and have two belts? What?
Here's the way I'm going to answer that question. Why didn't you ask him? Are you afraid of him?
I got me a challenge. I'm a broadcast journalist right now, asking the hard-hitting questions about that title. I'm just saying, hypothetically, would I be able to challenge for it, or anyone?
Why would you want a meaningless title like that anyway?
I'm not saying it's meaningless. I mean, is it have prestige?
This title in back of us.
I would say, JP, you might have a reason for not asking him that question because you know that Theo Ivory is after you too. So,
wow, is everybody all right? I have a comment from a fan before Professor gives his comments about this tag match. I have a comment from a fan who is very close to the Professor regarding JT Cage. Remember, these are her comments, not mine. Her.
Was she in the kitchen when she was writing them?
Wow, I don't know. You can ask her. You can ask her. Okay, tell JT Cage to quit being such a whiny bitch.
Wow.
And I also got nobody wants to hear him pissing and moaning that the sun doesn't rise and set on his ass.
Wow, real mature toots.
Some foul language there.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, a little bit.
The kind of trash you hang out with? Really? It's the kind of trash you associate yourself with? You should be embarrassed, Professor. You should be embarrassed to be hanging out with trash like that.
And I think you need to watch your language, Mr. Cage.
Fans are trash.
She said it first. She called him a bitch, and
I ain't the one cussing.
And he has to watch his language. Huh.
Anyway, Keith, speak to this tag match, please.
So, as anybody who listened to Spotlight yesterday knows, I don't agree with the tactics of Dog Nation. I don't agree with the attitude of Dog Nation. But Dog Nation, I think, compares very favorably at this point in their careers to teams like the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express. They're a great tag team. When you look at what they do in that ring, they can set things up almost by telepathy. There's very little communication. Their coordination is great. That being said, you can't count out Wyndham James Winthorpe III and Theo Ivory rule Britannia. Theo is a great up-and-coming talent. Wyndham James Winthorpe III, one of the longest reigning, if not the longest reigning 3WA heavyweight champions in history, knows every dirty trick in the book. This is going to be a great match. I think Dog Nation needs the win here because, yes, they're coming off losing those tag team titles. that hurts. I always talk about momentum, and Dog Nation needs this win for momentum. But at the same token, so does Rule Britannia. Yeah, they've got the number one contendership. It's not on the line here. They're the number one contenders walking in, and they're the number one contenders walking out. But again, momentum. You take a loss here, you're coming in with Cheney and Myers, who we know are a heck of a team that came out of literally nowhere to win those tag team championships. Theo and Wyndham don't want to fight those guys coming off of a loss. I think this is another one that has the potential to be a real sleeper tonight, and I think both teams have every reason in the book to pull out the win. I think you're going to see a fight. I think you're going to see a spectacular here. It is so hard to call it, but you know what? I'm going to say by a hair it's Dog Nation just because of that experience advantage of being a team.
This is what I like. You understand? This match is what I like. I like heel versus heel. Why? Because the professor hates it, number one. And number two, it's going to be a matter of which team is sneakier than the other one. Which team will pull out a win and do what it takes to win in this match? Because a lot of times when you have a heel tag team versus a face tag team, say Dog Nation versus Tony Cheney and Suicide Myers, which those series of matches were phenomenal. Make no mistake about it. I'm not taking that away from either one of those teams. What I'm saying is that when you have these two teams at it, I can't wait to see what kind of stops these guys decide to pull tonight to win this match. And I can't disagree with you more, Professor, when you say that Dog Nation's going to by a hair pull this out. You're wrong. I think Theo Ivory and Wyndham James Winthrop III are by a hair going to pull this out. But again, that's no disrespect to Dog Nation. I just think that the veteran champion in Wyndham James Winthrop III might have that experience edge about kind of stealing a win, so to speak. And
still not going to get that invite to the bachelor pad talking that way.
Well, actually, I've already been to the bachelor pad.
But have you now?
But what I didn't understand about the bachelor pad was there were posters of Rosie O'Donnell on the wall. I didn't understand that, so I didn't get. I got out of there as fast as I could. But anyway, I digress. Let's go. Let's move on.
Yeah, please.
We'll get to that later. 3WA High Impact Champion Greg the Mechanic Manuel defends against Ken Andrews. And if you guys recall, recently Ken Andrews had a championship match against Evan Atlas for the 3WA Extreme Championship, and he took Evan Atlas to, for lack of a better term, to the extreme. I mean, he took him to the limit. How do you think Greg the Mechanic Manuel survives with his title intact, President Sanna?
Well, I believe you all know that Ken Andrews is a former world champion. So, and then you have a Greg Manuel, which is a great champion. So I think this match could go either way, but they're both very energetic. They both got a lot of speed, a lot of ability. So I think they both have a respect for each other. They both have a respect. They know each other, have the power, the ability to still to go over. So I think this is a match that will make every single 3WA fans very happy. Who's going to win the match? I don't know. We have to wait.
Toss-up. I think it's a toss-up myself.
Yeah, it is a toss-up match. But Greg is very hungry to keep that belt, that title. And Ken Andrews might be hungry the other direction, but I know they used to be friends, and I know there's a lot of respect in that match. And I know also that all hell can break loose because I think it's a wrong move to change the attitude of the guys. You all know that. Right. So we'll see what happened tonight.
3WA Hardcore Champion JT Cage, your thoughts?
and the franchise of 3WA. You forgot that part, but it's okay. I'll let it go for now.
Ruiner of it all.
And ruiner of it all.
Wow.
Everything. He sucks. But if Greg the mechanic wants my humble advice, and this is coming from a member of the esteemed original family, he would take that wrench out of his mouth in that picture and hit Ken Andrews over the head with it and get the victory. You know what I'm saying? And then get to fixing my car like he was supposed to do 4 months ago. That's why I got to ride with hats to the shows, because he's supposed to be a mechanic and don't fix the cars.
I thought it was because you weren't much of a driver.
Shut up.
Well, he doesn't golf.
Oh,
No, I do not golf.
will you stop? All right, anyway, go ahead.
But anyway.
I apologize.
But anyways, Ken Andrews has been showing a little bit of that mean streak in him that he used to have in the past. And if Ken Andrews let that fully out, we're going to look at a new high-impact champion.
Original hat guy?
Well, Greg the mechanic, he's a title holder now, but he's taking on Ken Andrews. I know Ken Andrews very well. I used to manage him in 3WA at one time, and its sister organization, SWO. I managed him twice. I believe that Ken Andrews has every ounce of ability to beat Greg the mechanic for that title. I'm going with Ken Andrews all the way.
Professor?
You know, I find Greg's overall trajectory from the match where he won the title right up to today, it's an interesting situation to think of a champion as potentially an underdog. And in some respects, Greg is an underdog, taking nothing away from him and his ability. But he has been consistently challenging opponents that I think will take him to the limit, and potentially on paper, some people might say they should beat him. Ken Andrews, as everyone points out, a former heavyweight champion, took Evan Atlas to the limit last month at the last show. Ken Andrews displaying that mean streak, displaying that willingness to bend the rules, to do what it takes to win again. Ken Andrews is a game opponent, maybe the toughest opponent that Greg the Mechanic has seen thus far in his 3WA tenure, in his high impact championship tenure. However, you cannot count out Greg the Mechanic. He is fast, he is agile, he is technically sound. He knows what he's doing in that ring. Another one that I think has show stealer potentially written all over it.
Every match is a show stealer, Professor? I mean, come on.
I didn't say that about every match. I think
Yes,
I've
you
said that
did.
about the women's title match. I've said it about the tag team title match, and I'm saying it about this match.
All right, every match is a show stealer.
You know,
Lexus.
I just can't take you anywhere.
See me tonight, Paige.
You know
I'll be in the front row. I'll bring my hat pins.
What the hell does that even mean, hat pins?
I think she means hairpins.
Yeah, she can't even spell. Tell her, get her to litter herself out of here and go to bed.
Well, she got to stop in the kitchen first before she goes to bed and make
Oh, God. All right. Moving on, the 3WA Extreme Champion, as we mentioned him a little bit earlier, was is Evan Atlas, the full-time beast, and he's taken on Cody Rose, who has been on a hell of a roll lately. President Sanna, what do you think of this championship opportunity for Cody Rose?
Well, as you all know, Evan Atlas is one of the best. Cody is ready for the fight. So this could be a hard match for Evan Atlas. But I will say this. I'm not sure yet, but there could be some surprise on this match. I've been talking to the executive board and myself of the 3WA. There could be a monkey wrench thrown into this match. I cannot go into kind of that. I can't
Stay
say
tuned
more than
tonight,
that.
fans. He's got surprises galore tonight, I think.
Something may happen on that match. So we'll just have to wait and see.
You just pick and choose matches to add surprises to. I'm not surprised by that, Dino Sanna. See? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like, why can't they just have their match? You know?
That's because he has the thumb on the pulse of the fans. pal.
I have my thumb on the pulse of the fans.
No, you have the thumb on your own pulse because you keep worrying about whether or not you're going to run off the screen again.
Who cares about the fans?
Dino Sanna cares about the fans. That's who cares about the
Hey,
fans.
hat guy, do you remember when you started? You were one of the fans. You used to be on the front row all the time. You were and your friends, our friends. So now you don't care about the fan.
You're probably the most famous fan of all time.
I was the most famous fan at one time.
So why don't you
The manager and a damn good one.
Why did you turn your back on all the fans now?
I didn't turn my back on them. As soon as my first time I entered a 3WA ring, they booed the hell out of me. They booed the hell out of me. So you know what I say to that? Nah, hell with the fans. I don't care about the fans.
Maybe
Fans
if you won't get involved,
the fans don't win the matches.
maybe if you won't get involved a lot of time and try to kick the other guy's ass or try to do something wrong, maybe you won't have the people boo you.
All right. I got a whole bunch of comments, gentlemen. One you guys might find interesting, and that be by Nico Gray.
Oh, my.
Who says, Dino, I want in the hardcore division. The fans want it. I want it. Big Al wants it. The professor wants it.
Let me.
Wait, I don't know. I can't read that.
It's supposed to say, let me show you the other side.
Show you the other
He's a
side of me.
little
that you
excited
don't
right
know.
now.
Yeah, he'll show you the other side of him that we don't know. Plus, hi guys, I'll be back in April.
Look forward to it.
President Sanna, your thoughts on
Well,
that
before
comment?
President Santa say anything, Dino, I don't know if you've been seeing this, but for the past since November or so, Nico has been calling me out for this hardcore title. He's been petitioning for it and everything else. I don't turn down challenges. I never do. I ain't afraid of nobody. So if that's something you want to see, then you make it. But like I always told him, hey, you talk to Daddy Dino about it. And I've always Alan and Professor Keith could tell you I said that.
Hey, JTK.
Yes.
Let me tell you this, JTK. I got a line from my office to Quakertown of people that want to kick your ass. and so it happened to be that Nico is number one on the line. So you might see him very, very soon.
Sooner or later.
So I would kind of be careful because Nico Gray is ready to come after your butt. And you know what? Don't take anything away from that kid because he's capable of doing the job.
Dina wants to know what kind of sandwich you want there, Mr. Cage.
Nothing you got to serve because you can't cook.
Wow. All right.
You don't put seasoning on anything.
And she don't eat bacon.
Professor, this one's directed towards you. The mechanic, Greg the Mechanic's going to win tonight because he's Greg the Mechanic. And she put a heart emoji there. Does she got a thing for Greg Mechanic there, Professor?
She's definitely a big fan of Greg.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to take that title for the most popular fan. Oh, you're going to take that title. Aiden is now the most popular fan in 3WA. You like that?
So you start going to the winery, that ain't possible.
He's at every show right in the front row. Aiden is. Shout out to Aiden. What's up, buddy?
Who cares?
All right, Professor. Before we move on, your thoughts on Evan Atlas versus Cody Rose?
This is going to be another one that I think is.
Don't you dare say it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Right?
No. I mean, it's going to be a great match.
Thank you.
Cody Rose has been a bit of a journeyman lately. He's won some, he's lost some. Not so lucky in title opportunities of late. However, this is a big opportunity for Cody, and I don't think we should count him out. That said, Evan Atlas has had momentum, major momentum behind him. Defeated Merrick Miami. Huh?
He beat the guy that beat Matt Cardona.
That he did, and that was a tall task. He handed Merrick Miami his first loss in Triple WA. He has turned away the game challenge of Ken Andrews last month. Cody Rose, I gotta say, buddy, I don't see it. I think Evan Atlas is going to once again retain his title tonight. But that said, Dino Sanna has said, hey, maybe we haven't seen everything we have to see on this match. There could be a surprise. I could be wrong.
Yeah, and that outlier is definitely, whatever he's got, whatever monkey wrench that President Sanna mentioned earlier, might toss a monkey wrench in both these guys' plans. All right, anyway, let's move on to something, and I want to hear Hawkeye first and foremost.
I'm going to grab some water.
And that is
Yeah.
and that is the 3WA heavyweight champion, top shelf Tyler Sims, brand new champion with the original Hawkeye, taking on his former tag team partner Michael Mars, who injected himself into that match, Hawkeye, but to no avail. I think he tried to cost Tyler Sims. I'm going to call it like I see it. He tried to cost Tyler Sims that matchup against Tony Batista, and he failed. But obviously some bad blood there from last August when Tyler Sims put this guy on the shelf. So your thoughts on your man against Michael Mars?
Well, first of all, top shelf Tyler Sims, the latest acquisition into the original family, wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Mr. Batista.
Hey, how many championships does the? Oh, please, interesting question. Let me interview you. How many championships does the original Hack guy?
I have
how many?
2 champions in my stable, in my original family. And hey, I saw Michael Mars when he, tried to interfere. Well, when he interfered in that match, he's in the best shape of his life. I can't take that away from him. But he's no top shelf Tyler Sims, and Tyler Sims will prove it by successfully defending that newly won title that he just won against Michael Mars. And the original family is going home with the same 2 belts.
Dos.
They walk that.
Dos for the Luchamigos. Dos belts. Dos. For the Espanol crowd out there. Dos.
How many does the Brick House have?
0.
The Brick House Club.
0. Nada.
President Sanna, your thoughts on this championship opportunity for Michael Mars?
There really isn't much to say on this match, because I have no doubt in my mind that this is not going to end tonight, because either guy that's going to come up with the win, it's not going to take it. It's not going to accept. So I can see these 2 guys fighting. Like you say, they used to be friends. Now they hit their guts. So I don't know. I think this is going to become a hell of the worst hardcore match you ever seen in years.
Wow, this is the first. So listen, this is the first shot in the battle, in the war between these two, because
I really feel that way, because whatever happened tonight, I don't think it's going to be the end.
Yeah, you don't think, regardless of a winner, you think this is just the beginning with these 2?
Absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt.
Professor, your thoughts on this match?
As rich of a prize as the 3WA Heavyweight Championship is, this match isn't about the 3WA Heavyweight Championship. This is about the fact that top shelf Tyler Sims and Michael Mars were best friends.
Yep.
They were the tag team champions. Tyler Sims turned on Michael Mars and cost them those tag team championships. Then Tyler Sims broke Michael Mars' arm, tried to put him out of professional wrestling, cost him from August until just last month, all that time in his career, cost him his ability to feed his family for those months. Michael Mars, I haven't spoken to him, but I would wager Michael Mars doesn't care about being 3WA heavyweight champion right now. He'd like to. Anyone would like to, but I don't think that's why he's coming to Quakertown tonight. I think he's coming to Quakertown tonight with the idea of trying to cost Tyler Sims his career. his ability to feed his family. And that's going to be a tall order because I don't agree with Hat Guy very much, but I do have to agree with Hat Guy about how good Top Shelf Tyler Sims is. That title says Top Shelf Tyler Sims is that good, although we all know he didn't exactly win that all by himself.
Oh, please.
Wait a minute. Where are your eyes at?
My eyes were on the fact that Roadblock hit Tony Batista in the head with that championship on accident, inadvertently, and Tyler Sims took advantage.
Okay.
Hey, accidents happen.
He meant to hit Tyler Sims with that, Professor. Let's not make no mistake about it there.
I'm not. Roadblock is stupid.
Yeah, can't fix stupid.
And look who he's managed by, a stupid manager.
Ow.
My God.
And he had to make that cover. He reluctantly, Professor, he didn't want to make the 3 count, but the other referee was incapacitated outside the ring. Roadblock had to count the 3.
He did. It's a tragedy. It's absolutely a tragedy in my mind. Roadblock made a poor decision in swinging the title, but he was an official in that match, and he had to do his duty as an official and make that count.
Hey, and all this talk about them two being best friends, who cares? Tyler Sims is with his new best friends, and that is the original family. We do stick together through thick and thin. I don't care what happened between the two of them. Michael,
we can ask Slayer about how well the original family sticks together, can't we?
Hey guys,
we are a close knit family. You can
all right, guys. Time out. Listen, I have a conference coming in about 1 minute. I have to leave you guys. I have a place to go, people to see, and things to do before the event.
Okay.
So absolutely.
I'm going to leave you guys. You can finish it out without me.
Yes. President Sanna, thank you.
Excuse me. One thing I want to say, JT, I'm not going so that you can keep talking behind my back. The other people you can talk, you and that guy, save your energy for tonight, and we'll see you all later on this evening. Okay, guys? Thank you.
President Sanna, thank you very much for joining us on Around the Turnbuckle, and we'll see you tonight in Quakertown.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
It was your pleasure.
Yeah, best president is Noriega. Get him out of
here. All right. So we have one final match to discuss.
Wait, before you move on, that I just want to say one thing, because one thing that one of you mentioned, either you or Keith, that Michael Marr trying to break Tyler Sims' arm in revenge.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think the original family will allow that? We do the breaking here. Just like I tried to break Brickhouse's arm, and he used to be one of my best friends, and I tried to break his arm. Did Brickhouse ever get revenge? No. In fact, he will never get revenge on me. I'm always one step ahead of him. The family's always one step ahead of him. So if Michael Mars thinks for 1 second that he's going to get some revenge on Top Shelf, baby, what you doing? Moving along. But think 1 second he's going to break Tyler Sims or end his career, he got another thing coming. Trust.
Not going to happen.
What's up, Prince Shango? Nice to see you.
Yes, indeed.
Always good to
acknowledge him as a prince, but it took every energy in you to announce me as a champion or anything else.
Let me tell you, all right, there's one thing you don't want to do, and you don't want to wake a sleeping giant. And Prince Shango has been dying, and I mean dying, to talk to Dino Sanna about having a match with you 1-1. He doesn't care about the hardcore title. He doesn't care about the hat guy. He doesn't care about anything. But if he ever gets that opportunity, just beware. Just remember I said that. Just remember I said beware what you say about Prince Shango.
And have his people call my people, and we'll talk. Like Dino said, there's a long line at that door from his office, that bathroom stall, to the Queen Mart Arena. You know what I mean? That won a shot at me, the franchise of this company. And that's why they want a shot at me. And then we're going to segue into it. We're going to talk about the franchise of the past with Outhouse and Roadblock versus me, the 3WA Hardcore Champion, the ruler of it all, this generation's franchise of 3WA JT Cage, and the best big man on this side of the seaboard, if not the world today, Marvelous Malcolm King, managed by the greatest manager ever to step foot into professional wrestling, the manager of champions.
Oh, you're making me blush.
The original hat guy. Since you don't want to do your job, I'll do it for you. What do you want to talk about,
Professor?
Well, what can you say about Shane Douglas that hasn't already been said? The franchise of ECW. A man who has been in that ring with some of the best to ever wrestle in the business. Terry Funk, Sabu, Ron Simmons, Tully Blanchard. A man who ran with some of the best guys in the business. The Triple Threat. Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Chris Candido. Shane Douglas, an absolute legend, without a doubt. Your toughest test to date, JT Cage, something you readily admit. This is the match of your life. Also, not counting him out either, Roadblock, who you and Roadblock have a history longer than my arm.
3 years.
But you've got in your corner, not to be counted out, you've got Marvelous Malcolm King. You've got the original hat guy. This is going to be a happening.
And I'm so glad just to be there.
Absolutely.
I just want to tell Shane Douglas one thing as well. Shane Douglas, I want you to take those eyes from the past and look into the eyes of the future. The ruiner of them all, JT Cage, 3WA Hardcore Champion, and the eyes of Malcolm King. I want you to look and think to yourself, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Because that's what you'll be thinking tonight.
Shango says, my people bury your people, then who's left to save you? Wow.
You know what? Like I said, I'm in a position that I created myself, becoming the franchise of this company. When you got people lined up, like Dino said, that want to crack at me, then that's something special. That's something like how Shane Douglas used to be in ECW. Everyone wanted to crack at the franchise because
I got to give you that.
You get what I'm saying here? You get where I'm going with this. That's exactly how Shane Douglas, and he would take on all comers, and by any means necessary would fight and claw and do what he had to do to get on top. Now you look at my resume, Professor Keith, I know you like to break things down. Now you look at my resume, 10 months, 3WA Hardcore Champion, and when I wasn't defending that title, I was still in hardcore matches and coming out on top by any means necessary. You look at my resume, and then you heard from the man himself, Dino Sanna, there's a long list of people that want to crack at me. Doesn't that make me the franchise of 3WA? So this show is called Franchised. But who really is being franchised here? And like I said before, Shane Douglas had Candido. He had Bam Bam. Bam Bam, the beast from the East. Okay? Look at the parallels there. He had the triple threat. Look at what I have. Top shelf Tyler Sims. Okay? I have my Bam Bam. A bigger Bam Bam than Bam Bam was. Marvelous Malcolm King. And you see what he can do after the destruction he can cause. Look at the parallels. Let's face the facts. Let's speak them. Shane Douglas is fighting his past self. And from what he used to be and what I've become. That's why the show is called Franchise. It's not just about him. It's equally about me and the original family and his people, Roadblock and Brick House. And we're going to battle. We're going to fight. Whatever Dino got in store, we're ready for it. This man has prepared me endless for the past month.
Oh, yeah.
Endless. Waking me up in the morning, like calling me. Are you at the gym? Yup, I'm already here.
And that's not only with JT Cage, that's also with top shelf Tyler Sims and Malcolm King.
I did a video about almost a month ago where we're in the compound of the original family. And I was upset because Brickhouse opened his mouth and said, I'm not taking this match seriously. And I got a little misty-eyed in that video because I am truly was a huge Shane Douglas fan to the point I became him. Indirectly, somehow, became him with good management, with good work ethics, became the franchise. Like I said, I know pretty much everything there is to know about him. He's even prepared me for the little gaps I didn't know because he was there for it all, prepared me.
Absolutely.
Hey, JT, watch this match. Watch what he does when he's in this situation. When he goes for that big belly-to-belly, are you ready for that? How to counteract that? Is Malcolm King ready to counteract that? Not that Shane can lift Malcolm King because he's a beast. But we're ready for anything. Are they? He's got Brickhouse sitting there posting all these memes. Thinking he's a funny guy. Ha ha, he, and on Facebook doing cat pictures at him, all my nuts and everything, and all this stuff. We see it all. We don't respond to it all, but we see it all.
He's even made derogatory statements towards me.
Who?
Well,
Brickhouse?
you deserve them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's busy doing that. Is he preparing his people? Is he preparing Roadblock for another failure against me? Because right now, the record shows I got more wins over Roadblock than he has over me. He can't even get the hardcore title back from me.
Never
All right.
will.
And as far as Shane Douglas goes, again, like I said, I know pretty much everything there is to know about him. But does he know a damn thing about me? That's what this is about.
You don't think Shane Douglas has been studying video on you?
I don't know. You have to ask Brickhouse. Does Brickhouse even talk to Shane Douglas? You know, I don't know what Shane Douglas thinks. But that's the advantage I got on my side because he's walking into a world of pain and a world of trouble that I'm prepared for, but he may not be.
And,
I know this, Keith.
Shane, this could be your last match.
I know this, Keith. We have an exclusive interview with Roadblock today that we're recording on Around the Turnbuckle, and we're going to broadcast that tomorrow. We will not have a show tomorrow. We have no guest booked. We did have a guest booked for noon that got canceled. We had another guest booked for 6 o'clock that also got canceled. So I've decided that we're just going to air that Roadblock episode tomorrow, and I'm going to go celebrate my birthday.
Now,
There you go.
Roadblock can watch it from the hospital.
Now, when I was going to ask, when are you interviewing Roadblock? Is it going to be before the show? Or
Before the show.
Before the show.
It's
Yes.
a smart thing to do because there might not be no more Roadblock after, and then you're going to have another guest cancel unless you're going to do it by bedside. I'll see you tonight, JT. Whatever. I don't care if I see you or not.
He'll be laid back like this. You know, Roadblock will be watching his own interview on the screen like that from the hospital bed. I can see it now. And Autumn Breeze, she'll be delivering the food, because she probably works in the kitchen there. And
Wow.
But no, let's get serious though. Like I said, a lot of people are saying, JT, you need to get serious. You cannot take this match lightly. I haven't took my shades off. I'm showing you my eyes. I put all of my cards on the deck. So I'm going to ask you guys, as co-hosts of this pre-show, in your professional opinion, Keith, what are your thoughts now that I've told you it all?
I think you're ready. I think you've been ready. I know what this match means to you. We don't always see eye to eye about things you say, the tactics you employ in the ring, but I can't take it away from you. You've been the hardcore champion for 10 months. You've been a fighting champion. You've taken on all comers, and I know what this match means to you. We've talked a little bit off the air about what this match means to you. I know you understand the gravity of what's going to go down tonight. Win, lose, or draw, I know you're going to give it 110%.
Right.
Welcome to wisdom, Professor. I've been singing this guy's praises for 10 months. And I've been getting crapped on by you, crapped on by Mike Bucciaroni, crapped on by Dina Shergai, crapped on by Brickhouse, because I've been singing the original Hat Guy's praises, whether he likes it or not.
Because Because you don't make the caveat about tactics. You think everything they do is great. You cheer them on when they cheat.
I don't say everything they do is great, but he always has a game plan, and I respect that. I'm not saying that they don't, pull chicanery once in a while. That's fine. But the original Hat Guy, since I've known him personally for the past 2 years, always has a game plan, Professor. And franchise Shane Douglas needs to respect that. And Brickhouse better start respecting it. And Roadblock better respect it too. Because they, I'm sure, have a game plan tonight.
Well, let me tell you something there, Alan. The way you're talking right now, maybe one of these days I'll make you an honorary member of the original family. Maybe.
I would be honored to wear that shirt.
I have to talk with the rest of the family.
That shirt is not for sale, Keith.
Black and white picture.
But I would be honored to wear that shirt, and everybody would be jealous because they can't get a hold of one.
Of course you would. Good sycophant you are.
Thanks, Nico Gray, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that.
When's your birthday?
It's actually not until the 30th, but this is the weekend I'm celebrating it.
God, you got one day. Don't talk to me about birthdays till the 30th. Talk about happy birthday, Alan. It ain't your birthday, you liar.
Hey, it's my birthday weekend because this is the last Saturday of the month with 3WA. And Carolina Jim promised me a birthday shout out, even though today's not technically my birthday. So there it is.
You just reminded me I celebrated my birthday for a month. It should be. April is Cage month.
It's also Miami month too. He was born on the 28th.
He had to cuss at the end. He gets like a couple days out of it. All April is Cage month. And you know what?
Birthday shout out to Merrick, Miami too.
Hardcore champion. By defeating the franchise Shane Douglas, and I'm a party all month long.
Well,
with the original Hat Guy, with Malcolm King, and with your heavy.
If you guys are successful tonight, I just might party tonight myself.
If you're invited, you don't act right.
I didn't say with you. I said I can go party.
Yeah, what, milk and cookies?
Yeah, really.
I'm going to really have to think about that honorary family thing now that you're talking.
Milk and cookies. I didn't say anything about milk and cookies.
Plus, he was kissing Dino's ass earlier, and then now he's trying to be our friend that he's gone. Like, I don't know.
I didn't say anything.
I
didn't say anything. I state the facts. I state the facts, whether they're your opinion or not. I state the facts.
He did take a shot at that Dina guy and that Buffaroni. I'll give him credit for that.
My bonus points there. But hey,
Wayne says go to bed. Dina says cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that. She's already drinking. Look at this wine.
Yeah, right.
But one thing I will say overall, besides just my match, like I was saying, it's a sold out show from what I understand. They even had to reconfigure some things in the arena just to fit everybody.
Standing room only.
It's pretty much standing room only at this point. You can try to get tickets at the door. Maybe it's standing room, maybe it's not. But if there's as many people, if more people apparently than last show, man, it's going to be something. And every match on this card, we bury it down. And the 3WA franchise, JT Cage and Marvel's Malcolm King, will be the last thing you see with the original Hat Guy. And then Tyler Sims is going to join us out there with his title. And you're going to see exactly like how the last show ended, with all of us in formation with our championship.
High in the air, baby.
Held high, representing the 3WA. People ain't going to be chanting no ECW during my match. No, they're going to chant 3WA and respect to the franchise. 3WA. Looking at me. Looking at him. Looking at Marvelous.
Hey, ECW was a great part of my past. But hey, it's now 3WA where my heart is.
And it's a shame.
So I want the 3WA chance.
Exactly. It's a shame I got to bury ECW tonight.
Professor, got any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
It's going to be an exciting night, as JT and Hat Guy have pointed out. It's going to be standing room only. 3WA is a happening right now. There's a buzz. There's a momentum going on with this promotion. JT Cage and I don't always see eye to eye, but one thing he has said that's true, JT Cage very well may be the franchise of the 3WA. And tonight, he gets to prove it.
Damn right.
Yeah, and nothing else to be said, but man, if it is sold out, it's sold out. If not, get there early. Get there early. That's all I can say. It's going to be a happening.
Never hurts to ask.
Get there early. It's going to be a happening. Dino Sanna did say that they're going to open up a little earlier than normal. So instead of the doors opening at 6, maybe they open at 5 or 5:30. So get there as soon as
5:45. I see them post something on the Facebook in between house memes that doors are at 5:45, and definitely
get there early. Even if you have reserve seats, get there early. It's going to be a happening tonight. I can't wait to see it, and can't wait to call those matches on Carnage, Keith.
Absolutely. We will have the call on Carnage as Carnage rolls out from this show. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting.
As for us, we're taking the day off tomorrow to recuperate from whatever happens tonight. We'll see everybody who's going to be there tonight in Quakertown, including the original Hack Guy and 3WA Hardcore Champion, the ruiner of it all, JT Cage. As the 3WA gets franchised tonight, we'll see everybody tonight in Quakertown. I'm the Big Albowski, and he's Professor Keith, and we're out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall is for the WWE